He smiled, even as soldiers aimed their rifles. The crowd held its breath. Some came out of fear. Others came for justice. A few just wanted to see if the stories were true. That the man about to die never showed fear. That man was Ishola Oyenusi. To some, he was a villain. To others, a legend. But to the people of Lagos in the early 1970s, he was a ghost that haunted the streets. Oyenusi wasn't born evil. He started as a young mechanic in Lagos, fixing cars, chasing dreams. But poverty was a heavy chain. And in a city where the rich lived like kings and the poor barely survived, he made a choice to take what he wanted by any means. He began stealing cars, small jobs at first. But Oyenusi was smart, too smart. He built a network, planned robberies like a soldier plans a war, and with every successful job, his confidence grew, and so did his hunger. By the late 1960s, he was no longer just a thief. He was Doctor Ishola Oyenusi, the doctor of robbery. The name came from his precision. Every crime was executed with cold calculation. He didn't just rob, he performed. He dressed well, spoke well. He was charming, and women adored him. One woman even helped him steal her boss's car, unaware she had just joined a deadly empire. Soon, newspapers screamed his name. Police described him as the most dangerous man in Nigeria. He walked into banks in broad daylight. He attacked convoys. He showed no mercy. And through it all, he smiled. But arrogance is a slow poison. During one of his robberies, things went wrong. A man was killed, a civilian, an innocent bystander. That single death changed everything. The Nigerian government had just declared a crackdown on violent crime. Oyenusi became the nation's #1 target. The police hunted him relentlessly. And when they finally caught him, it wasn't through gunfire. It was through betrayal. Someone in his circle, maybe a lover, maybe a friend, revealed his hideout. When officers broke in, Oyenusi didn't resist. He smiled again, saying, "I rob because I'm brave." His trial was short, but unforgettable. He stood in court, confident, almost proud. Witnesses described him as calm, even amused. He confessed openly, as if daring the court to punish him. But there was no escape this time. The judge sentenced him to death by firing squad. News spread fast. For days, the nation buzzed with one question: would he still smile on the day he died? It was a hot morning in 1971. The bar beach in Lagos was filled with people, thousands of them, families, journalists, soldiers, all waiting to witness justice. Oyenusi was brought out in chains, wearing a simple shirt and trousers. Beside him stood his gang members, men who once ruled the night. Soldiers lined up, rifles loaded. Oyenusi looked around and smiled again. Not the smile of joy, but of defiance, as if he wanted the world to remember him. Not as a man who begged for mercy, but as one who died on his feet. Moments later, the commander gave the order. "Fire!" The crowd gasped. And in an instant, the reign of Nigeria's first public armed robber came to an end. For weeks after his execution, newspapers sold out. People told stories of how brave he looked. Some even claimed they saw his ghost near the ocean at night, still smiling. But behind that legend lies a warning. Oyenusi's story is not about bravery. It's about how pride can turn ambition into destruction. He was talented, intelligent, charismatic, but he used it all for the wrong purpose. In the end, his smile became his curse, the last thing people remembered. More than 50 years later, the name Oyenusi still echoes through Nigeria's crime history. Some call him a monster, others a tragic symbol of wasted potential. But one truth remains. Every act of evil comes with a price, and when justice came for Ishola Oyenusi, it came with the sound of gunfire. He smiled until the end, but history never forgot the man behind that smile.